y'all? What's going on, y'all? So Dakota Rogers coaching. Thank y'all for tuning in. So I'm going to continue from yesterday. It's gonna be like a 5-part series on easy trick to increase your focus. Well, this one's more for the techies, people that are a little more technical. Actually, let me see. So today is going to be for people that are, yesterday was just for life. You know what I'm saying? You put the timer on, put it in for how many hours you got left in your day before you sleep. And it's just automatic. It's a subconscious thing. Now, today I want to cover something that's more conscious. So this is going to be a little technical, but I'm going to show y'all on the computer an app that I use. So there's people that want to add that basic one from yesterday and continue and on the computer. And there's an application called Focus Me. The reason why I use it because I feel like it has all the things that I want to use, and I'm going to add that to the screen right now so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Let me see the best way to look at it. It's like this. All right, so what this is it's for people that need more than the timer and they still want to eliminate those distractions. They're going to use an application called Focus Me, and it has the ability to pretty much control your computer when you can't control yourself. I pray that you find that discipline and build it over time. But for now, people don't want to add, cutting things cold turkey. You can do that from here. So they have different plans that you can use. Pomodoro Focus is a concept that I'm going to explain tomorrow. But you can put a limit on, for example, I have an email. Now I can only use the email 3 times a day, right? I already used it 1 time, right? And I can only use it for 5 minutes. So after I use it for 5 minutes and it's active all day, this plan is active all day. After I use it for 5 minutes, it'll automatically turn off. And when I click on my email, it'll open up another tab. So I won't be able to click my email. But there's different, you can like customize it however you want. I'm about to, let me see if I can show you how to do that. You gotta stop the plan first. Honestly, I just upgraded it, so I gotta restart it. Sometimes it's a little funny, but yeah. On the news, like you could customize it to the point where, let's say you have the news is always marketing for fear. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to limit the amount of time that you spend looking at the news, you can do that as well using this. Social media, I feel like that is one of the biggest things. So what it makes you do is my rule that I have for it is you can use it 13 times a day. You can only use it for 10 minutes a day. And then you're forced to take a 5-minute break. But after the 13 times, it just turns off. The internet itself, this is good for people that are writers or when you're in school or when you're creating content for your business, because believe it or not, and I read this in a writer's book, really think about what writing is. I know we have AI and all that stuff trying to, replace writers and stuff like that, or even AI for like artists and stuff like that. But do you really need the internet when you're writing, or when you're like writing an essay or anything like that? You really don't. When you're doing your research, like for article, like looking at articles and doing essays and stuff like that, when you're doing your research, you need the internet. But once you actually get to the writing part, really you're not working unless you turn off your Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? So you should turn off your Wi-Fi. But that's another way to focus, because if you have your Wi-Fi, you're gonna be tempted to be looking at this, and you're gonna trick yourself to think like, oh, okay, well, I need to look at this online. I need to look at my research again. You already, when I write my essays, right? I'm finishing up my last course right now. When I write my essays, I get all the quotes that I would use, the citation, everything, and I put it right on the paper. And then afterwards, I'll go over it and I'll create my essay from that. Like, but once you get your research and gather your research, that's one separate part of creating your essay, and it's probably one separate part of doing your writing. Like, you do your research, what depending on what type of writer you are, what you write about. You might write about nature or anything. You do your research in the field first, and then you take what you have, bring it home, boom, you write in. So I feel like the internet is a real block. I think that that's very useful. So for these plans, you could also, and for those of y'all on Instagram right now, I'm actually looking at the application. So go ahead, hop over to my YouTube, Dakota Rogers Coaching LLC, if you want to see me actually, you want to see how the app looks. So, but these concepts you can just listen and you can imagine and understand how they're applicable. So for the you got the internet, block social media, you put time limit on the news, but you're not limited. These are the starter plans, what they start you out with. But you can customize them as much as you want. I have to restart mine because I literally just updated it. Updated the application yesterday and sent it, like, I guess because it's built within the computer and kind of like takes control of the computer. Like, sometimes you have to restart the application for it to work properly. But let's see. Dang, I really wanted to show you guys. Maybe I'll show you guys another time. I don't want to restart it now because I already started going live. But so I'll just go over like different things you could do. Like, if you look at, like I said, if you look at the website applications, you can customize what applications count toward, okay, this is a time limit news. Because maybe it's a crazy example. People probably don't use Twitter for news, but let's say you do. You could put that and customize it. Like, okay, block this too. This is for these rules. You can name each thing. So even blocking internet, like, you can name it whatever you want. You can name it walking the dog. Like, you're like, okay. Or you can name it while I'm exercising. So while you're exercising, you want to block out the internet, and you want to block out Instagram and all this stuff because you just want to record. You can, whatever suits you, you can block it. So it's really, really customizable. When I was looking at different applications for my computer specifically, I will go over one that I use for my phone. It's really good too, but today I just want to focus on a computer. I was looking for one that has the most customization, has the best user interface in terms of, like, it's kind of like the argument between like Apple and Samsung. It's like Apple's like a lot more user friendly. I was looking for something that's very user friendly. This is pretty user friendly, but it also has the ability, like, if you really want to get deep in like how you manage your computer, you can really customize it to however you want. So yeah, the rules, there's a lot of different types of rules. There's one rule you can just block it completely and you can start and stop the plan, manually. My idea when using this application, and these are for people that are, again, a little bit more like technical and don't want that simple solution is not, you need a little added more because you get more distracted from a computer. Different people struggle with different things. So I want to make this a 5-part series for different people to attack whatever distracts them the most. So, and I've used all these techniques. I'm not just like saying like, oh, just down. No, like I've used that. Yeah. So the rules, you can just block it. You could see where it says right here, it says 10-minute use, a 5-minute break. You could put 30-minute use for 5 times a day and an hour break You know what I'm saying? You could give yourself longer breaks. So let's say if you struggle with, um, you know that you want to check your email, even though your email is a distraction too. A lot of people don't believe that, but I feel like sometimes I be going through my email like, what am I going here for? Like I could just check it like one time a day. I don't have to be checking it like every hour. Every time I get an email, I don't have to check it. It's just a distraction. Just continue working. You know what I'm saying? Like if they emailing you, then how urgent can it really be? You can check it like 1, 2 times a day, or even checking on your break. So you could like extend the break. So let's say, okay, I know I gotta check my email when I first come to work. So I'll check it for 5 minutes. And then I'm like, all right, I don't want to check it until lunch. So I'm gonna put it for a 4 hour break. You know what I'm saying? You can customize it like that. But that's like I said, I think I don't know if you guys, I think it was in the second video I went live on. It's about like really knowing yourself and knowing what works the best for you, which is why I love the customizations. But if you don't really know yourself like that yet, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you just don't know yourself well. The basic ones is pretty good too. Um, the standard usage is pretty good. So those are the rules. So you can customize the rules to however you want. The auto break. Now, a lot of people don't think like compartmentalize problems, and sometimes when you compartmentalize, you can handle a problem separately, and then on the next compartment, you can handle that problem separately. So this next one I want to look at is the auto break, like for fixed break or Pomodoro focus. All these are just blocking the actual computer. I haven't tried fixed break, auto break actually. I just know Pomodoro focus, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing to where you'll block the whole computer through using Focus Me. So like the screen will let me see if I can. It'll block the screen essentially. Dang, I really should have restarted this, but it's okay. I'll really actually go through in more detail if you guys want me to, or shoot me a DM and I'll like walk you through it. Uh, but yeah, so it'll block the whole computer. So just because you're on a computer, we're talking about focus, right? Just because you're actually on the computer itself, the computer itself is can be distracting. So sometimes we actually need a break for the computer. Like my eyes last year, they started tearing like uncontrollably. That's because at my job I'm like 8 hours behind the computer. I was doing a lot of like um, work that I would just continuously like be right in front of the computer. And then I would go home and I would do essays for like 3 hours. And I was working from like, I think my first year I was working like from 7 to 3 a.m. Second year I was working from like 4 to 12. So after that, I'm up to 3 a.m. just like my eyes writing essays and stuff like that. Um, So yeah, it was very strange on my eyes. But when I went to the eye doctor, they gave me some eye drops, and the crazy thing is when I would like wipe my eye, it would keep tearing uncontrollably from one eye only. And so when I went to the bathroom, I would have to like take a napkin and dab it for it to actually stop, and it was the worst, absolute worst pain. And I don't want you guys to go through that. And I feel like through everything is becoming a lot more digital, especially for like millennials and Gen Z and all that stuff. So like I'm 97, so a lot of I spend a lot of time like staring in front of the screens. Not the best, but it's just kind of like what I grew up with. So now I have these glasses. I went to an eye doctor. One eye is weaker than the other, and I got these glasses prescription. So I got the blue lens filter built in my glasses. But you can also get the blue lens on your computer itself because, and why am I talking about this? Because your eyes are your focus. You know what I'm saying? What you focus on grows. You focus through your eyes. Like what you're looking at every day. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be your focus. Like I'm not focused on what's going on in the living room right now. I'm focused on what's right in front of me. So you gotta make sure your eyes are not irritating to the point. Now, can you imagine if your eyes is hurting so much, like you could use all these techniques I'm showing you, right, and apply what I'm saying. But if your eyes don't, if your eyes are hurting, you can't focus. You gotta have to close your eyes. That's a total different world. You know what I mean? It's really hard to do that. Um, but sometimes, yeah, you need actually need a break from your computer, and I cannot wait to explain to you how the Pomodoro technique tomorrow. Because that has to do with giving your eyes a break and the idea of you can't just focus. Your focus diminishes the more you focus on something. It's like a muscle. Think of it like a muscle. And same thing, like you just because you're doing push-ups you do 1,000 push-ups a day. The next day you're not going to be able to do 1,000 push-ups if you're not used to doing that already. So it's like a muscle that you have to build, but you need to give your muscles a break in order to heal. And it's the same idea with you focusing on something. You know what I'm saying? Like some people can you really like write an essay for 8 hours straight? Probably not. Like maybe you can like do your greatest work, because eventually the quality of your work will deteriorate over time when you focus for that long. So maybe you can optimize your focus for about like 30 minutes, and then you have to maybe get a like 10-minute break. Maybe you could do some push-ups. Maybe you scroll on social media. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do. Ideally, during that break, you'll want to do something that it wouldn't be hard to get into the same mindset, because there's a period where you gotta like get back into the mindset of creative, like writing or creative writing or even essay writing, and get back into that like research mode, like academic mode, because social media, your FYP might be a bunch of ignorant stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you actually in college, but you balancing like the ignorant stuff and the memes and all that stuff with college to give your brain a break to loosen um, the feeling of college, which is fine. And the Pomodoro technique is really about um, contracting and contracting, uncontracting. And what does that sound like? It's working out. You know what I'm saying? You got your tricep and you got your bicep. You do a push up, you also go back. But if you just work out your bicep, it's gonna be uneven and your muscle is gonna look small and it's gonna be unbalanced. So what am I telling you? It's all about balance. Increasing your focus and making your plan for getting work done is all about balance as well. So it's about taking a break. And Focus Me is one app. It's just one of many applications that allows you to do it. It's one that I use. I love. You know what I'm saying? I love using it, and I recommend you guys check it out, or check out any. You guys can like Google search any application that says Pomodoro application for the computer, because that's really what I want to get into. And that's the whole inspiration to me, even looking for an app like this, or apps that give you a break from the internet and anything like that. And I guarantee that you guys will benefit from it a lot, and just experimenting and really letting your brain learn, okay, this is how much I can compartmentalize my focus. Let me focus on one thing, because your brain, psychology, your brain cannot actually, you can't multitask. You're trash at multitasking. I'm telling you that right now. You think you're the best, you're horrible at it. Your brain just switches back and forth between tasks very quickly. So by you doing two tasks at one time, you're actually diminishing your focus into probably by how many tasks you have open. So that's why, like, even on my internet, how you do one thing is how you do many things. You look at my tabs right now on my Google Chrome. I'm not gonna show you. I'm not gonna show you that like that, because I gotta adjust the stream out to do it. But I only have like 4 tabs open right now. You know what I'm saying? One is my template for writing papers. One is my actual papers. I'm talking about college. One is StreamYard and one is YouTube. And that's going to be my break after I finish going live and stuff like that. If you look at some people's computers, they got like 20 tabs open. Ain't no way, there's no way that you're using all those tabs. And even today, you don't need that many tabs open. You know what I'm saying? Your focus is just split in that many different ways, and you're distracting yourself and you're playing yourself. You be like, oh, I need all these tabs open. You're hoarding. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people that hold on to a bunch of things to the point that they got piles of things that are unorganized in their room. You don't need that much stuff in your room, and it's really distracting you from the only things that you need. It's like you have 3 closets full of clothes. Like, you're not wearing all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you split it up by seasons and you got this section for summer, fall, and stuff like that. But really, focus is about continuously being able to put most of your focus on one task at a time. And the Focus Me application is a great tool. It's just a tool to supplement you actually focusing on what you're trying to do. So you guys, let me look up how much it costs. Actually, it ain't free. Let me see. But it ain't that expensive either. Like, it's worth it. You think about how much time you save. Remember I said yesterday, man. Like, the wealthy they don't budget their money. They budget their time. Your time is invaluable. You cannot buy it. Remember, you cannot buy time. You can get the money. Money gonna come and go. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, it's building more than you losing it. But we also have expenses. You're gonna have to spend money. But let me see. So they have plans now. I bought it straight. Easy money. It's for 2 years. It's $2.71 per month. So that's $65 for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years is a very, very long time. You can accomplish a lot of things in 2 years. So are you willing to invest that little chump change? It's a little change that you probably gonna spend some sneakers on. You know what I'm saying? Take one sneakers out your closet and invest in something that will help you stay focused and accomplish your bigger goals. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it at that for today. But tomorrow we're gonna do part 3, and I'm gonna go over the technique. Yesterday we went over the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins, and today we went over Focus Me. So tomorrow we're going to go over the Pomodoro technique and how it can help you in conjunction with the timer yesterday and how many hours you have left. Now this is gonna be for splitting your big task into little increments. You know what I'm saying? If I told you, hey, work 4 hours on this assignment, but do it straight, you're gonna be like, dang. You have that option, or you could do, I'll give you 5 hours and you could take a 10-minute break every hour or 15-minute break every hour. You will exhaust yourself within the second hour if you did it straight, probably. But if you split up the task, you'll be able to recuperate. And like I said, same thing with your muscles. You know what I'm saying? You contract, expand, contract, expand, contract. There's a reason that your muscle do it. Your heart does the same thing. Contract, expand, contract, to push air. You know what I'm saying? Like nature, you can learn a lot just by looking at how nature does things and applying our own life. But I ain't gonna go in too many different directions because I still got day 3 to hit y'all with. So this is part 2 of how to increase your energy, increase your focus, and part 3 is gonna be tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do. I got 5 major things I use, so I'm gonna hit y'all with 5, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. I kind of like this way of doing things because everybody's different. Like some people might use a timer. Some people may need like this for their computer. Other people may need something for their phone. Some people use their phone more than their computer. Some people use their computer more than their phone. Some people don't use a computer at all. So I think that being able to hit these issues from all the different angles will serve y'all the best. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm here to serve y'all. And so we're going to say a prayer to help y'all with y'all discipline. And dear God, thank you for waking us up. Thank you for giving us vision. Thank you for allowing us to be able to think and improve our lives. You know, I pray that everybody is watching this, or anybody that watches this in the future, I pray that you put the people in their lives and the tools in their lives for them to be able to apply discipline more and be obedient and continue to use these tools and use that discipline to serve you better and serve the people around them and minister for people, however, whatever gift that you bless them with. Okay. And deal, how can we continue to increase our discipline? How can I do that? And how can I help people more? In Jesus' name, pray. Pray that you have a good day, and check out Focus Me. Check out some tutorials and let me know what y'all think. If you have any questions about it, definitely feel free to hit me up. All right. And also, let's see. If y'all want more videos like this and y'all find value from it, you can go to DakotaRogers.com, YouTube, Dakota Rogers Coaching, my Instagram, D Rogers Coaching, Twitch, D Rogers Coaching, Facebook page, Dakota Rogers Coaching, all that stuff. Yeah. So I think the live is better. Today I'm getting better with this. So, but I'm gonna hit y'all tomorrow. So have a good day, y'all.